Hi, everybody. My name is Geeta Chaudhry, and my project, as Lusk said, is WriteSomething.ai. I personally know many people, including some of my friends and community members, who have always wanted to write. Some want to write for themselves, some for their children or grandchildren, and some would like to one day publish. They all sense that they have something to say and they want to say it. But going from that aspiration, I want to write, to the actual practice of writing is hard. They can try a writing app, they can go to a meetup. The meetups can be helpful, but they are not super predictable or reliable in the support that they provide. Plus, sometimes from my research talking to people who have tried these things, the meetups can even bring up insecurity, discouragement, comparison feelings. And then there are writing apps, brilliant writing apps out there like Pseudo or Pro Writing Aid. They are great for writing that final chapter of your novel or for improving the arc of your main character and, sentence structure, thematic suggestions. But their critique and structural guidance is too much for that beginning stage. It gets in the way of people finding their own natural voice, and it makes the task feel too heavy before you even got started. So the current solutions can be helpful, but they're not built to, this is not a criticism, but they're just not built to uniquely address the challenge of getting started. And so using them or trying them just ends up reinforcing this idea that, hey, writing is just too hard. And for many writers, they retreat, and this journey for them never even gets started. So that's the problem I want to solve. So, my project is we want to help budding writers build that trust that you do have something to say. And we want to help them build a habit of consistent and authentic expression. We want to do this with utmost respect. We don't want to shield them from the challenge. We want to respect their very legitimate and coherent struggle and provide science backed, field tested support to them. So, WriteSomething.ai is like a respectful friend who wants you to show up and who's going to hold that space for you every single day as you meet the intimidation of that blank page. So, let me show you what it will look like when the version that I'm currently developing. So I have developed version 1. I am developing version 2 of the backend. And so this mock UI, which is not plugged into my backend right now, it just shows the vision that I have in mind for this app. So I'll play this. Awesome. Okay. So as you can see, upon opening the app, the user is greeted by an intentionally sparse, calming interface with a clean text box and a few simple ways to ask for help. Our budding writer can request to get unstuck. They can ask for a writing cue, or they can just write. If you're feeling frozen or blah, you can hit that ugh, I feel stuck button. This activates our guide agent. This agent is grounded in the neuroscience of habit formation. It's aware of our users' favorite authors, their favorite passages and quotes, and some of what the user has been writing lately. It doesn't tell you what to write, but it gently walks with you, sentence by sentence, for however many sentences it takes until you feel ready to type in the main box. In the future, we would also love to provide ways for users to connect with each other, creating a nurturing community where they can get support, not just from the AI, but from other writers as well. Now, if alternatively, if you just need a spark, Want Ideas will offer simple creative prompts. As you write, so once you have the prompt and say, okay, I'm ready to write, you can see this very gentle visual. I don't know if you can see it, of these tree of words growing. So it's not about points or badges. It's a quiet, organic representation of the effort that you're making, which is everything. The staying power and the getting started is everything at this stage. Once the user is done, writing for the day, we want the app to quietly affirm their effort. The final message is one of acceptance. It's something that reinforces identity rather than just telling the user, good job. This is just the demo in the current as well as the future backend. This agent actually also gives some very personalized and you know particular feedback on what the user just wrote that day about the dynamism or about the exact setting that they explored. So now on to the equally fun AI architecture part. So these are the AI building blocks of my implementation. We have the guide agent. Right now in version 1, it's grounded in prompt engineering and it uses mini models. I don't need humongous, like super powerful models for this. The writing prompt agent, which was our want ideas button, that's actually two agents talking to each other. The first one retrieves curated prompts from a vector database right now that uses fine-tuned embeddings. And it gives some of these prompts based on whatever it knows about the user, or if the user talked to the guide that day, then it has that information from the guide and it passes that to the select agent. The agent says, okay, I'm happy with the prompts you provided. I can take one. It's going to augment that prompt. It will use web search if needed, if it's not happy with the prompt. And then it will provide that prompt to the user. And the feedback agent, similar to the guide agent, different roles, different temperature settings, but it's also currently powered by prompt engineering and mini models. This is the current version that's on Hugging Face. So it's state management using LangGraph orchestration of a multi-agent graph. As you can see here, this one is sequential. It's not what I showed you in the demo. In this one, the user has to start with the guide agent. The guide agent passes the ideas of whatever it knows now to the prompt agent duo, then writing, and then feedback. And this is where I'm going next. So I am currently developing this backend, and I would say this one's going to be prompt engineering on steroids. I hope to get really, really good at prompt engineering because I think I can get a lot more out of it than I have right now. It will be RAG++ with all that shared data underneath, users' favorite authors, passages, bookmark passages, maybe from their Kindle device, recent saved writings, and proprietary behavior science grounding information. Um, I'm hoping to fine tune LLMs also, use better chunking, authorization, and that stuff. And oh my God, look at how good I'm doing on time. And that's it, guys. Thank you for listening.